Recording live from northwest suburbs of the Twin Cities. We are back. This is Twin Cities Affiliates. I'm the host and the creator, LaShawn Cooper, a.k.a. Coop DeVille. And I'm excited for this episode. You know, we've been on a little hiatus. You know, I had a newborn come in the family, so I had to step away. But now, you know, I'm really excited to, you know, get this rebooted with some people that I respect through the years. And one of the people that I really respect is a boy that we sort of go back, Mr. Bobby Blanko.
Yo, what up, Coop?
What's up, though?
Oh, nothing too much, man. Slanging and maintaining, trying to get out this life of gangbanging, man. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, Bob, I'm glad that, well, thank you first for coming on here, man. You know, you and me, we sort of go back, you know, back when, you know, I was chasing you around on the court and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, back when I didn't have a gut.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, man, but no, I really appreciate you coming on this platform, man.
Oh, you no doubt. I appreciate being here, man. I thought Lord knows my first real interview is with you. So come on.
That's what's up, man. Well, let's get it right then. So I'm gonna just dive right into it, man. So Bobby, on this platform that I created, man, this podcast is all about, you know, Minnesota pride, Twin City pride, us coming together. You know what I'm saying? So I always start off interviews with the question, how did you become a Twin City affiliate? A Twin City affiliate, before you answer, a Twin City affiliate is somebody that was either born and raised here or somebody that moved here and lived here at least 3, 4, 5 years and up. So how did you become a Twin City affiliate?
Ooh, I think I was, 14, 15 years old. You know, born and raised on the south side of Chicago.
Okay.
Whole family, everybody there, you know what I'm saying? And then my mom got into an unfortunate situation with one of her older siblings, and it was life-threatening. So they,
okay.
You know, overnight we was on the train and on our way to Minnesota. That was it.
Wow.
We up here, did the 410 shelter and other little places. Counselors down there got us on our feet, got us our first place, and we never looked back.
Okay. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So what was the year when you moved up here though? So that was like mid-90s probably?
Yeah, mid-90s.
Mid-90s?
Yeah, I think like 93, 94, 95.
Okay. And then you basically been up here ever since, or in and out? Maybe gone away and come back?
Pretty much here ever since. You know, go back to Chicago for like a couple days at a time.
Right.
But no, you know, I ended up coming back. You know, I always come back to Minnesota just because I feel like where you go to high school at is pretty much where you're from.
Right. And that's what I feel too. But you know, I can relate to you because, you know, all my family on my mom's side and a couple of family members on my dad's side, they all Chicago. So, you know, you know, for me, like I always say, I think I've told you too, you know, growing up, every holiday, every grandma's birthday, I was in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Christmas, Thanksgiving, 4th of July, I was in Chicago, man, growing up. So, But yeah, so I know we can relate with that background. But but diving into it, man. So you moved here in the mid-90s. So about the Twin Cities real quick, what are the accolades or the positive things that you subscribe to or you embrace, or, you know, things that you just liked about, you know, the Twin Cities?
Versus Chicago?
It can be versus Chicago, or it can just be in general, just some of the things that about here that you rock.
I mean, the opportunities. I mean, Minnesota presented a lot of opportunities in a sense. Of course, welfare, that was the first thing that we embraced once we got up here. And just, you know, just the low-income hustle of, you know, just surviving. Mm-hmm. Then shortly after that, youth sports. You know what I'm saying? I was still hooping on a milk crate in the alley in Chicago, you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I didn't learn how to shoot a proper jump shot until I was like damn near 17. You know what I'm saying? So I was still shooting off the chest on some stuff like this. But you know, just the freedom, man, to be out a little later, you know, in Chicago, it was that whole street lights, come home type of deal. So it was, you know, more so all we knew was like a 6-block radius, you know what I'm saying? It was like all black culture there. You know, it was you may see some Arabs running the stores or some Asians or something, but for the most part, I didn't see my first white person in the flesh until I moved to Minnesota.
Wow.
So that just shows, that was just a big demographic like change up. I'm looking like, wow, I'm in the classroom with white kids. I've never seen this.
Yeah, and you know, because Chicago is like one of the most segregated cities in America.
100%.
So, you know, I can understand like you know what you just explained, like 6-block radius, like you only saw your brothers and sisters, and first time you see somebody white was when you came here. So I can understand that. But yeah, that's what's up, man. So also, man, so you know, for those that don't know, my man Bobby is real nice on the mic, has been nice on the mic for years. I mean, you a humble brother, until somebody, you know, push your back against the wall, then it's a whole nother story. But I'm saying this is a humble brother, but real nice on the mic. So we're gonna go into that real quick, Bobby. How did you first get into hip hop, and what was like your main influences that led you into the culture?
It's crazy because growing up, I was in the culture, you know, listening to the pioneers of the game. Before Tupac, I think one of my favorite rappers was Scarface. It was the Candyman. You know, stuff like that. Was the Heavy D. You know, then slowly I started growing into the, you know, gaining the ear, because I grew up in a house with a bunch of females. You know what I'm saying? I had 6 female cousins, two sisters. So it was just like all I was listening to was R&B. And to be real, I had dreams of going to like the NBA before any of this. I didn't even get that bug or get that bite for rap until I was 23, 25. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I didn't even know I had it in me. I just knew me and my guy Tommy, we walked everywhere, to every basketball court, to everywhere, every park, every youth group, we were just walking. So then walking, he'll beatbox and I start freestyling. And then from freestyling, I seen I was nice. And then one day, I'll never forget, I had a Jeep Cherokee and I'm sitting at the SA up there off of 57th and Bass Lake, and I'm killing it. We done smoked a little weed, and I'm getting off. And then I'm looking at my boy the whole time in my passenger seat. Then all of a sudden I get done, and I'm just like, I turn around and it's this old pimp homie that I know. He's in the passenger window, heard everything. He was like, man, Bob, man, was that a freestyle? And I'm like, yeah, you know, I'm like gloating. He was like, bro, stop freestyling, man. He said, I bet you can't remember nothing you just said. I was like, nah. Yeah, like stop freestyling. Freestyles are free, man. Write that stuff down. Yeah. And that's when it started.
That's what's up, man. No, and you know, that's what sort of connected me to you, was hearing you freestyle, because you was just nasty. You was nasty on the mic. You know, I mean, we already knew each other through hoop, but then when I found out you be spitting, I'm like, wow, okay. And it was serious. It was like, gratitude. You grab the attention of people, like, okay, this is a thoroughbred right here. So
nice. I appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely, man. It's much love, much respect. So also, man, what are the things, just tell the people, like, what are the things that you have done and are doing through the culture? Like, what are some of the things you've been doing with hip hop?
I mean, pretty much on the inspiring side. You know, I'm that ball of energy you want on your what did Batman have, the utility belt? I'm that ball of energy you want in your utility belt when you need to draw. You know, I'm a motivator. I don't know, and that's where the Blanko comes from with my name, because people, you know, want to know why Blanco? Because Blanco in Spanish is white, and etc. And I just, I got a crazy flip on that, and my flip is, but what color is purity? If you just off the rip, minus all the studies and all of that stuff in your mind, when somebody say the color's pure, we've been trained to think the color pure is white. So with that being said, it's Bobby's pure, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I sit there. Most things I go into is pure spirited, pure intented, you know what I'm saying? No malice. So, and I think because of that, a lot of things come my way. So when I speak and when I come out and when I try to motivate, it's easier to gravitate to me because what's that word? You can relate. I'm relatable. You know what I'm saying? And in a lot of senses, I'm not just saying this crazy stuff and I'm way over here with my lifestyle or whatever. I'm literally in this, and I've been in this for a minute. And before I forget too, I can't forget my guy Vibes. My right hand man, my mentor Aries Hester. He's also been a beacon in getting me this far because I didn't know how to counterbar. I didn't know how to record myself. And or any of the resources. I just wanted to be a rapper, and me and him fell out for like 2 years behind that. I was going to his house, and I'm paying. He had like I look back now, it was cheap. He wanted me to pay $125 for I think 8 hours of recording, but I can get the 8 hours within a month. So he'll book it, and I'll come and he make beats. I pay $125 for it. Anyways, I come through there and he got me sitting at the boards, hitting my own buttons, and I'm sitting there like, dude, I just want to rap. I just want to be a rapper, So anyways, I say, man, in my heart, I felt it was funny acting and all of that. So we fell apart and etc. And then it was like within that 2 years, I'm sitting behind the boards of the computer. I didn't even know a PC. You know what I'm saying? So now here I am, defragging my computer, cleaning out cookies. I'm recording my own sessions through Sony Acid Pro. But I'm doing all of that. But once again, I didn't peep in real time that he taught me how to fish. And because of him, I'm able to do what I'm doing now. And what I'm doing now, since you haven't got to that part yet, is I got a full studio now. SMG Productions. Music Group.
Yeah, let's get into that, man, because that's like the meat and potatoes right there. I wanted the public to know, man, because this was I mean, brother to brother, Bobby, that was one of the main things why I wanted to do the interview with you. So because of what you're doing with that. So let's go into that. So SMG, that's your company, right?
Yes.
So just explain to the people what SMG, what that stands for, and then what you're doing with that.
SMG stands for Swindle Music Group, but it's, that all credits from the umbrella. The umbrella is EAS. Everything's a swindle. I believe it. I live by it. And I'm creating literature to help motivate others to feel the same thing. But Swindle is a spinoff of Swindle. Swindle is pretty much one accepting the swindle in advance. So it's just like, the best case scenario I like to give people is, say you got a homie that comes by or a female friend or whatever, and they smoke all your weed or they drink all your alcohol, and y'all never discuss that, but notice just in pattern that they come through and they do that all the time.
Right.
The minute you see that, but don't get me wrong, it can be beneficial on both sides, because maybe you got great company. You know what I'm saying? So when you come through, my spirits is up, and maybe I was alone. So when you come through, I acknowledge the fact that I needed you around me, and you needed my vices. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So, right.
It's Swindle. I already know what's going to happen. The people that are most affected by getting swindled are the ones that never seen the swindle coming. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the minute I see the swindle, accept the swindle, it puts me in control of my reaction, which stems from my emotions. Right. So so just a way of life for me. So yeah, Swindle Music Group. Everything's a swindle. Started writing a series. I'm gonna pitch it to Netflix. Hopefully they pick it up. I'm already 3 episodes in. I don't know how long a pilot got to be. I haven't got that far into the technicalities, but no, Everything's a Swindle is being written right now, and I'm thinking maybe when you do a part 2 of this or something, I'll break it down.
You definitely can. You welcome here, man. This is gonna be like home for you. When you need to come back here to promote something, I got you.
Love. Because like I said, that's a whole nother whoop that, like I said, I'll save that until, when next time we talk, I'll give you the whole whoop. Okay.
So
But
also with SMG, so you do your music, and so also what else are what other doors that opens up? Like what else does SMG have for people?
SMG, I'm songwriting over here. We got all the beat equipment for beat production. That's gonna be the next avenue. Just getting beats off, just pretty much catering a full service. I got a barber down there. I got normally I cater, whatever vices that one may need, whether it's alcohol or whatever. We make sure we create that comfortable platform. I don't like it, but to my smokers, you know what I'm saying? You're more than welcome here and can smoke here. I mean, a lot of people say, well, B, why would you have people smoke here if all this money you spent on your equipment? But I look at it like right now, I'm in the 50s of the north side. So with that being said, all it takes is one op or somebody to ride by while someone's out there smoking. Then at that point, either someone is murdered or someone is into some kind of conflict. And I can't replace an artist, but, I can replace that equipment. So I really don't care about, that part. But for the most part, I created a safe haven for, these cats that are in the streets because I built the studio in the 50s of the north side. So now the youth is coming through and recording here. And the youth is the youth. You know what I'm saying? They're a little aggressive. They in these streets. They with that life. And because of that, I made it affordable. I made it I'm doing the work faster than most production studios and coming out with master sound and quality. And like I said, once again, I can't not say this enough. The price is on point. So now I'm giving the youth a safe haven to record, make music. Got weights down there. You can hit the weights. I got over 10 years in experience, so I'm giving you the game because now I'm being a vibes to one of them, like the homie was to me, because now, that's 8 bars. Oh no, push your own buttons. And they finding out that they got little gifts in them that they didn't even know was there. And I'm just letting them flourish.
Right. And Bobby, that's like when you had me over, to the crib, like that was what was so cool about that, man. It's like you're creating, like you said, a safe haven, like another outlet for our young brothers and sisters to get off the street and do something, to use their mind and be creative. And if they're mad about something or if they're going through something, they can bring it out in the studio on wax, on the microphone. And especially what's been going on now with our city, with the aftermath of George Floyd, with the rioting and the looting and just us as a people being hurt. I just think that that's real powerful. And also, it seems like in our culture with our people, there's always a division with each age group. You know what I'm saying? Like our parents' age group, our age group, and then now you got the young brothers, and then it's like sometimes we can't connect with them. You know what I'm saying? So I think that what you're doing, and you can talk more about this, is you coming together with, because I think most of the people that use your studio are the younger generation, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah. So just sort of just talk about that, like your vision, and then like what just sort of motivated you to just create that in your own, your residence and just deck out the basement and have a studio like that.
To be honest, it was really for my own. When I did it originally, the rooted thought was selfish. It was me. It was about my man cave. It was about when I want to record or when I want to entertain my homies or, or whatever. And then as the process flourished or as I leveled up, I was able to see the next level. And I'm like, dang, what if I turns into a business, a home business? Because I've rented industrial studios before, but what come with the industrial studios is the politics. You got rock and roll bands that's playing, and I got to pretty much schedule my session so they stuff don't bleed into my session. Just the politics was a little bit crazy, and plus, I'm paying for the overhead because now I'm paying 2 rents. I got a townhouse, and at the time, and I'm now paying for a studio, which is $350 to $400 a month. So we were just like, how can I put this all under one roof, one
right.
budget, you know, right. and cut back on me driving. Now people are calling me people call me to give me money, bro. When people might knock at my door or ring my bell, it's money. Hey, it's money. Here you go.
It's money, and it's also you helping brothers out too.
Right.
That's what's so cool about that, man. And I just want to, you know, commend you on that, because that's something, you know, like I'm gonna just share a little story with you. There's a brother that I used to work with, young brother, he about 24, man, and you know, and he sort of looked up to me, you know, brother to brother, and I was older, and he sort of just looked at me for, you know, wisdom and knowledge and all that, maybe because I got these knowledge hairs, these wisdom hairs, but no, man, and what touched me was when the George Floyd, because, you know, he used to serve, you know, in the military. And this, like I said, this is a young brother, about 23, 24. And when the George Floyd thing happened, he called me when all the rioting was going on, and he wanted to go riot because he felt like he was feeling betrayed, and he said something got over him to just call me, because he was like, he didn't really have nobody positive to talk to, and he called me. And I just said, you know what, I'm going to come pick you up, and we're going to go down to the memorial. I know some Israelite brothers that are speaking, so I brought them down there. Now, that's just one, you know, and I wasn't planning for that. That was just one young brother. I'm pretty sure, like, you dealing with a whole bunch of young brothers and sisters with the platform that you've created, and I guarantee you, like, that's, like I said, that's an outlet for them to get away from that and not have to physically go out and show their anger like that.
Right.
Right. You see what I'm saying? So
no, because music is definitely, you know, therapy, you know, and I'm hearing it. I get those happy ADHD rappers. I get the I get the, you know, the mild depressed ones, and I get the really depressed ones through. And like I said, it's one thing for sure. If music had a sound, if emotions had a sound, it would be music. You know what I'm saying? So I get different forms of energies through here. And, you know, for the most part, it's they may not know, but it's rewarding on both sides, because I'm also studying them at the same time, you know? So I'm just like, you know, and they'll come back, and we maybe 8 songs in or 8 visits in, and I'm looking like, that's your best work. You know what I'm saying? That's you growing into your, you know, so I'm just watching these artists develop, and it's also working out because now they quicker. They get music videos done. They shooting videos on TikTok and on Thriller and stuff like that. So they leaving out of here. By the time I shut the studio down, look at my phone, it's already a video going on. They promoting. It's the videos dropping. The music is hot. So as I said, it's just a win-win-win-win for me, because I'm not just doing this for me. It works for me, but I'm not just doing it for me, you know.
Right, and it just sounds like it's a two-way street, you know, like you learning from them in some aspect. They're learning probably a lot from you, more from you. And, you know, that's how I think with our people, how we can come together and unite more, man. Because we all got different backgrounds and stories, man. You know what I'm saying? But if we can create something that can bring us all together, that's just, I think that would be the solution, or that's just one of the ways of you know, that could be the solution. You know? But also, Bob, I want to just going back to Twin Cities, Minnesota. So I know, like, you've been doing a lot of things, even when you stepped out of the state. Like, you know, I know you had a very interesting trip in LA. I think you was doing some music out there, and repping, you know what I'm saying? So just explain to me, like, the response when you was repping the Twin Cities and brothers see, like, oh, this brother got some talent on him. And so just enlighten me a little bit on, like, how was it out there when you was networking and doing music out there?
LA versus what I'm used to is night and day. You know what I'm saying? Yin and yang, the love, the will and want to work. That's that's pretty much how they do it out there. I just noticed that when people come out there, it's like but when I go out there, it's a real vibe, and people, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of clout going on too, just in the sense of who added you, who's in the mentions, and et cetera, because people don't even give you their phone number at the rip. You come to them and they like, oh, what's your IG? Oh, what's your IG? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm talking to this one dude had the same birthday and all of that kind of stuff. We ended up meeting at a spot out there called the Jordan, and had a dope vibe. We chopped for like 30 minutes. And then we finally about to part ways, and we swap out IGs. And sure enough, you know, my IG, I think I'm at like 1,112 at the most at the time. And then I look at him, and he got the K under one of his. I'm like, oh, this fool got a K? Oh, who is he? You know, I became a fan, so I could see how it works. I'm like, what do he do? How come I didn't get a picture? How come, you know what I'm saying? I didn't make this work for me. Right. And again, you know, it's too late. I'm not going to double back and be like, hey, you know what? When we was last talking, I didn't know you had 10K. So let's talk again. Right. So, but no, it's definitely a vibe, man. I mean, now Minnesota, I think we're at our best part right now. I think where is that and how far is set back due to the COVID and the George Floyd situation. And like I said, Jamar Clark, Philando, you know, all those unfortunate situations, we just really at a point right now where we all just kind of, and don't get me wrong, a lot of our venues here are shut down too. You know, like all our local venues, it's hard to hit. You can hit First Avenue. You can hit like Myth, you know, if they once they up and running, you can hit, I don't know, Fine Lines there, and I think Poorhouse downtown are the couple venues. But then again, if you get those venues, you got to be a hell of a promoter. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just be like a regular Joe Schmo saying, I'm about to rock the Poorhouse. 70 people in the Poorhouse look empty. You know what I'm saying? 70 people in First Avenue look empty. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like how you going to, them Blue Niles and Red Seas and stuff, 70 people, you lit. Yeah. You know, it's wall to wall in there. Yeah. So it's like now you put together a venue like that. Are you gonna make your money back? Is it gonna be a loss? You know what I'm saying? Can you partner up? Can you trust your partner? It's just so many elements and factors that it's in play. But to go back to where I was going with this, Minnesota's in a great spot right now because no one's really running it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And right now, I think we at a point now where a lot of the stubborn ones are willing to work. You see what I'm saying? So, and don't get me wrong.
Go ahead, my fault.
And our last thing I want to say to that, and I think also me creating this platform puts my piece on the board officially. You know, a lot of people know about me. A lot of people has given me the pat on the back, like, bro, you raw. But now let's collaborate on my platform. Let you sound. I know you. I put it like this. You sound good with this other guy on record, but y'all don't even know each other. You know what I'm saying? Right. Let me do some DJ Khaled type stuff. You know what I'm saying? Put artists together and kind of build a track. Yeah. And so the unite type stuff, you know?
Yeah, man. And, you know, I just think, like, you in particular, you have such of a pride about yourself. You carry yourself a certain way. So, thanks, you know, and I'm saying that humbly because I know when you go out to wherever you go outside of the state, you'll stick out. Not just because of your talent, just how you just carry yourself. You know, and what you just explained that. How you carried yourself and how you met the brother and, you know, y'all networked and all of that. And so you just recognize, and it's like real recognizing real. You know right. And so I just think here in the Twin Cities, you know, it's so much history, musical history here. And there's so much talented brothers and sisters here, man. That just like, it's like, man, that spotlight got to be on us. And it's on us now, like you just explained with the unfortunate tragedies, you know. But because I know I talked to my cousin in Oakland, and we had a Minnesota talk, and we, you know, like he just started asking me questions about how it is here now with the Floyd thing and, you know, what's the brothers and sisters doing now? And I was just explaining to him how we coming together. So, yeah, that's real cool, man. Like, just the awareness of everything, you know? So, but yeah, so going into my next question for you. So with your business, SMG, what is future plans, or what is the future goals and the vision that you have going forward?
I mean, outside of getting everything to Swindle off the ground to Netflix, which I mentioned earlier, it's really at this point, it's create a sound, create a vibe, create a demand. You know what I'm saying? I want people to want in or want a part of this. I want to, at some point, I want to be able to call a shot, but only just call the shots. I want people to trust me with calling the shot. Like, well, B, I know you know best. I trust you. Allow me to put that piece over here with this piece and just kind of, micromanage some things because of, I'm clear-minded right now. I got tunnel vision. And if the city trusts me with the orchestration of things, because right now, let's be honest, Minnesota is not, I don't want to say broken, but broke down. You know what I'm saying? And now we're at the point where we can rebuild and reformulate, the plan. What they call it, recalibrate. Recalculate the structure and run with it. So I think if the city trusts me with that, I think I know that we 5 years from now, 3 years from now, Minnesota would definitely be more talk than just what happened with the George Floyd.
Yeah, because it really did break down our metro, our state, and that goes with all races, all backgrounds. Because overall, Minnesota has been under this umbrella, Minnesota Nice, right?
Right.
And we always portrayed ourselves as like family orientated, which a lot of times it was, but I always tell people, if everything is so passive and you don't deal with things and you keep putting it behind the closed door of Minnesota Nice, then you have an explosion. You can't close that door anymore. So what you just explained is you're right. We're at everything just got turned upside down here. And I think the demonstration that you've been showing is something that can help heal, especially, again, the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? So
100%.
Yeah, exactly, man. So I just want you, where can people get a hold of you, if they want some, some photography, videos, music production, where can they get a hold of you and your business?
I mean, first and foremost, hit me on Instagram. I'm trying to get a K. Hit me Instagram first, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you can get some, I got some music. I don't want to say I got a lot of, though I have a lot of music in my archives. I got some music on SoundCloud, Tidal, all of those, the paid for stuff. You can pay these sites and they put your music up, but if no one's going to the search engine looking for you, it's just flattering to say I'm on iTunes. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can find me on those platforms. Blanko is Blanko, Blanko, man. Other than that, you should be able to find me on all of them. Photography. I work hand in hand with my guy. Once again, my mentor. He's still, he gonna get salty at me for saying this. He still got bars, but he's a camera whiz right now. We doing a lot with the cinematography side of things.
I can verify. I've seen him in action. I can verify. I can verify. He's the real deal. So
y'all can definitely reach him at Facebook will be his default joint. That's Aries TME Hester. If you see him, it should be only one that pop up outside of his junior. You find him, man, hear him. He's cinematography's finest right now. In my opinion, watched him flourish as well. So what all am I doing? I got so many hats. I got video photography. I got photography. I got music production. I got a ghostwrite. I produce, and I network. Holler at me even for my resources, man. I'm not sitting on them. I don't want to be a gatekeeper in no sense. Man, forget all that. The gate's open, man. Just
yeah, man.
Just come through the 50s, and you know what I'm saying, you can get the 8 and go through. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, yeah, my resources is unlimited. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm interviewing with Twin City affiliates with my boy Cooper. Like I said,
that's what's up, man. And for the audience out there, I've been to the spot. It's a nice, cool atmosphere, man. Like for real. Especially again for our younger generation, to get them off the streets, to be creative. It's a really good studio and atmosphere. So I suggest you guys give him a shout out, look him up, you know, represent that. So
and
so
I built
Bobby,
I built it with my own hands. So I can't leave that out.
When you told me, man, it's so funny, man. When you told me that, like, though, you were so happy to tell me that. You were like, cool, man, I built this literally from ground up, yo, with my own hands.
Like, literally, I did it all with a drill and a hammer.
Yeah.
Some duct tape.
But I mean, that's just something. It's like, that's your baby. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally started from nothing, and now it's like some first class stuff, man. Like for real, it's real. Like Bobby, like I'm not just saying that. It's nice, man. It's nice. Like when you made me do the freestyle in there, it felt like home. I was like, man. So I was feeling real comfortable up in there. So, but yeah, I'm gonna have to wind it up here, man. I really appreciate you coming. Anytime you want to come back and you got something big, you know what I'm saying, something going on, please come back here. I'll have you on again. You can promote it. And I might even have you on here for different topics. You never know, man.
Oh, hit me up anytime, man. Anything I can do to, you know what I'm saying, to make it work.
Okay, bet, man. Bobby Blanko. Check him out, y'all. And then, man, I'm going to get at you, man. I appreciate you.
All right, everybody. Y'all be safe.
All right, man. 100.
All right, cool.